Alright guys and girls, Yeti Gators and how to fit them. This is for you, Pete. Peter Morrison, thank you ever so much. He kindly, you may have seen the video yesterday, he kindly sent me a set of these, and I had a closer inspection of them this morning. First of all, thank you for getting extra large. That's your first tip on fitting Yeti Gators. I was introduced to these, I suppose it would have been 1990 when I first came across these Royal Marine Commandos. I think they must get these issued, but things have moved on. The Gator, the Berghaus Gator has evolved. And I'll show you, these are my, I had these about 2.5 years. And they've done plenty of work, and I've never ever got my foot wet in these. Now I will show you a few differences between this Gator and that Gator. Now obviously the tread formation, if you look on these, it actually has a tread on it. This bar that goes across, the bar was there, but I cut them off. That's another tip on how to fit these Gators. And you look at the front, you've got a canvas toe, and whereas on this one, it's actually all rubber. So there's many different ways of fitting the Yeti Gator. If you look on YouTube, you'll see videos of people boiling them or putting them in really hot water, and it makes the rubber all nice and malleable. And you take this rubber section off of here, cut it out, her skizzers, just cut it out, and that allows you to actually stick the boot inside, and the toe actually comes out here. That is the first way in which you actually get the heel in place. But with these Gators, you don't actually have to do that. Another tip, if you have a hot air gun, you can actually heat the rubber up with the hot air gun, and it makes it more pliable. Because believe you me, if you get the right size, say you have a large foot and you just get a large Gator, you will need as much help as you can possibly get when you're actually fitting them onto the boot. So that's another tip. Hot air gun. If you don't have one, a hairdryer, but it will take you a little bit longer. Also, touch of fairy washing up liquid. Just a tiny little bit. I'm gonna put these onto my lower boots. But I'm not going to super glue them in place. Another tip. All I did, because you can find that round here, over time, she'll lift up. When you're walking and walking, that will lift over the toe. So just a dab, well I say a dab, a run of super glue around that, and it holds them in place. Like I said, I put them on about 2.5 years ago, and they've never ever come off. They've never moved. And just so you can see what I've got inside, a nice 4-season Brasher boot, and yeah, like I said, I've never got my feet wet. So I'm going to attempt to put them on dry. Okay, no lube, No heat, no boiling, no rubber gloves. Right, okay. I want that to be on the outside, okay? So I've got a little tag there, and I want to, when I put them on, I'm folding my Velcro over onto the inside. So, without further ado, what I want to do first, I want to stick my toe in first. So, just open her up, and I'm going to make sure that she's square on the boot, so my zip is going central to my laces, okay? Now bearing in mind, I'm not taking this off. Just going to pull it down there. Right, see that? So she's central. Turn my boot over, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply pressure. Another tip for you. Make sure your nails are cut down. It might sound a little bit, you know, girly, but believe you me, you don't want to rip a nail off doing this. So, all I'm going to do, make sure that is just showing through. And then I'm going to pull. Okay? She's going to go. I feel as she's going to go. Right, so all I'm doing is pulling back on the heel with my thumbs. I'm going to slip her down. It says slip her down. Right, she's going. That's where a touch of fairy does come in handy. But as you can see, that went down without too much hassle at all. Just going to sit her in place, so my tread's sticking out there. There you go. She's on. So like I said, you wouldn't have done that with those. It's certainly not as easy with the old, I don't know what you call it, the Mark 1 Yeti Gator. She's evolved. And that's it. So that's one. Do the other one, just in case you missed it. Right. Here we go. Yeah, so Pete, cheers mate. I appreciate that, and hopefully you'll find it as easy fitting your own. So, toe in, making sure that she's nice and square. Okay. Yeah, she's square. Turn around. Get your Gore-Tex out of the way. Right. Pull. Pull. Right. Oh. Someone's going to come in the back door now. Right, ready? Right, Jack. Yeah. Just go straight through. That's where the hot air gun comes in handy. Tell you what, I'm going to warm it up a bit. Yeah, I'll take it back. I think it does help a little bit. Just warming the rubber up a little bit. You saw on that first boot how that little bit of heat just helps. That's all I'm going to do. Whack a bit of heat on it. I hope you guys aren't laughing at me suffering, sweating. Right. There's a wee bit of heat in it. Let's try it again. While the heat's in there. Stick laces and get them out of the way. I don't want them trapped. Stick that in the front. Yeah, you can feel it straight away, so that helps. Oh, there you go. That bit of heat really does help. There we go, she's on. Happy days. No cutting, no gluing. Right, obviously you're not going to be wearing these gaiters on the road because, well, that won't last long at all. But where I am, where I live, the fields and the moss and the woodlands, absolutely ideal for that because it's quite boggy round here. And where I shoot is very boggy. So that's why I wear those. You can never see all the potholes, as it were. There we go. One. They go well with my funky shorts. Oh. Two, Velcro. Oh man, lovely. Can you see? We're ready. Right then guys, so that's how you fit your Berghaus Yeti Gaiters. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later on. I better clean this up before the wife gets in. God bless.